Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's keep up with our analysis of the euro currency. So, as usual, we prepared a vehicle report, and today we are trying to consider the new driving factors for the euro. What particular factors will drive market in the nearest 3, 4, maybe 5 months? Of course, we have taken a look also on the Japan situation because it has direct impact on the United States dollar. But the Japan situation is more a bit mid to long-term problem. For a short-term, mid-term, we have the conclusion that actually euro currency will stand in a balance between the two groups of factors. First is a pure dovish policy of European Central Bank, which is potentially bearish for euro, but at the same time, the drop of the confidence in the United States dollar and its assets will be supportive for the euro. And depending how situation will go with the tariffs, our basic scenario is that everything will be over in the same way as with the China. Maybe United States still will set slightly higher tariffs for euro currency, for European Union compared to the Great Britain. It's obvious, but indeed, Europe depends more from the United States export rather than China. So Donald Trump has more ability to manipulate the current situation, but at the same time, Europe has enough resources to stay in a period of tariffs, negotiations, spiking, confrontation for a longer period, while the United States actually has no this ability. They do not have a lot of free time. They need a result as soon as possible. And this probably will lead to some compromise. And as you understand, any compromise in this topic will be treated as a weakness of the United States. In this case, Donald Trump just will not be able to provide necessary income for a budget that will compensate the tax cut. So it means that the all tariff policy will fail. Besides, the 90 days reciprocal tariffs postponing will be over in early July, and I suppose that this idea that imposing of the big tariffs when these 90 days will pass also hardly will be realized. Otherwise, there will be no agreements with the China, other countries, and probably with the Europe. So these potentially might be supportive for the euro, and on the equilibrium of these factors, euro currency will try to stay on the surface. So that's what we see currently. Speaking about the short-term situation, here actually partially already talked last week. So if you remember, we said that market now is overbought on the monthly. So in the current moment, we can't count on the direct upward breakout if, of course, only something extraordinary will happen. But in the common situation, most probable that since the euro currency has the bullish context for now, some bullish sentiment, or better to say that actually dollar has the bearish sentiment. So more probable that we will get some sideways bullish consolidation. Most probable scenarios for such a thing. This usually happens. This is either triangle or the butterfly. Besides, as you can see that they are not mutually exclusive, so butterfly usually results of the triangle breakout. And from that standpoint of view, we could make the two conclusions. First, we could keep our bullish positions that we have for now, because all our interest now stands in the positive area, and we have nothing to worry about. But the second conclusion is more important, is that we should not count on the breakout. I would say that probably we should be ready to out a bit earlier when maybe some consolidation will start forming, and here intraday charts could help us. So on the 4-time frame chart, you could see that our XOP stands in the 1455. And that's the potential point where theoretically the line of the triangle might stay. Here we have a few positive signs. First, market was able to stay above 1250, which was our vital suggestion. So we said that to keep bullish context, it really important. It maybe not quite vital, but it is important for euro to stay in this trading range above the 1250. So it means that the euro keeps this range for its own purposes. It could move inside of it, especially if the breakout of the final level will happen. Actually, will be some kind of the free space. Second positive moment that I see here, very short, small retracement on OP target. And now market actually is breaking through the former flag consolidation. So it broke down, and now it is breaking it up again, moving above it. So this is potentially bullish sign. In fact, if we take a look at the hourly chart, everything now stands in relation to this pattern and to the C point. In fact, to keep the current short-term bullish scenario valid, market has to stay above the C lows. Here we have a kind of the reverse hand and shoulders or something. So because downside breakout with this pattern will mean breakout of the A, which means that further downside action, which will be not really great for a current situation, especially when the market stands in fact already after OP and after retracement to OPs. This in fact has to be the continuation of this one. So, and we suggest that it should be somewhere into this point. On the hourly chart, it stands around 1489, even higher. Well, I'm not sure that will be 1489, but at least upper direction here could finalize the XOP that we have on the phone time frame chart, and maybe somehow confirm the probable trend line here on a daily. That's potentially might be formed. So that in towards what we have. In the current moment, we just keep watching, holding the positions that we have because we have a few entries on the long side for the week. And just keep fingers crossed that this pattern will work and market will keep going higher next week. That's probably all for now. See you next time.